Did y'all see Dookie Booty gushing over Zoran Mamdani? Watch this.
Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
What makes you comfortable?
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think I want him to do a great job, and we'll help him do a great job. You know, he may have different views. No, I feel very comfortable. I would feel very, very comfortable being in New York, and I think much more so after the meeting. Yes, I think you're going to have hopefully a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am. I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually. He said a lot of my voters actually voted for him, and I'm okay with that. He wants to have a safe New York. Ultimately, a safe New York is going to be a great New York.
I think Dookie Booty in love, y'all. Dookie Booty is loving him some Zoran Mamdani. Dookie Booty might be a lot of things, but he's a New Yorker first. And he loving that Mamdani is going to turn New York around and make New York great again. And then the reporter was like, do you still think that Dookie Booty is a fascist?
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Why was Dookie Booty so happy to tell Zoran to go ahead and call him a fascist? It's okay. It's okay. Go say it. Say it. Dookie Booty said, keep it real. Nah, keep it real. Say what you were saying behind my back. It looks to me like Mamdani took over that meeting and he dominated Dookie Booty. I definitely wasn't expecting this outcome from their meeting, but a win is a win. Look at Dookie looking at him like, man, I would suck the skin off yo. He said, you could be my new Bubba. But Zoran said he is ready to deliver. He giving New York City back to the people, and I love that for you New Yorkers.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to give credit to the original creators of the clips in this video, and of course thank you guys for always supporting the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation in the comments, because I really want to hear what you have to say about this.
What's genuinely hilarious about this is I have never in my life, in like the 30-something years of being aware of this man and seeing him on my TV, I've never seen this man this giddy. He don't look at people he actually likes and fucks with and kiss his ass like this, okay? He ain't never looked at nary one of his 3 wives with this much excitement. And like, yes, part of it is that this man is like desperate to be liked and adored and wants to attach himself to people who are liked and adored. But this is a whole other level of shit, okay? Like, Trump rolled over and complied like this man's name was Bubba, okay? Like he was like, looked like he was in love with this man the entire fucking time they were talking to each other. Like, we all know how much this man likes to talk over everybody. Everybody. Like, he'll get in a room with like the president or leader of another country, the governor or senator, whoever. And these people fuck with him, agree with him, and he'll just talk, and like contradict everything that they're saying and try to argue. He ain't do that once in Mamdani. Like, that man didn't acquiesce, back down, contradict a single thing he ever said. He's like, this is my beliefs and this is how I feel, and I'm here to work for the people of New York City. Like, I have to work with this man because he's the president or whatever, but like, I don't fuck with him like that. And that moist Cheeto just over there looking at him like, my man. They asked Mamdani about Israel and Palestine. He said, hey, that's a genocide. Our tax dollars is going towards our government where they're supposed to be helping us, but they over here using our money to, fund endless wars and genocides. And like, the people in New York City, they're tired of it. They're tired of it. Anybody else start talking like that, he would have piped up, but no. Not for his boo thing. This entire exchange right here, anybody else, that man would have had a face on. He would have been like, well, it's just... No, he was like, yeah, you go ahead, boo, call me whatever you want to call me. Like, imagine being this charming. Imagine being this much of a cutie patootie that you could have, that this was just like a fun he ha ha moment. Like, anytime that rotten tangerine is in a room with anybody who talks to him or about him like he's anything less than the second coming, will have a full-scale meltdown. And he's just like, yeah, isn't it so funny? Bae thinks I'm a fascist.
Oh my God. Caroline, Zoran's coming. Zoran's coming. Everybody. Zoran's coming. Zoran's coming. Everybody. Am I dressed okay? Zoran's coming. He's coming. The smile. The smile. Shut the fuck up, okay? Let me have this. President Donald Mamdani. Wow.
Trump seems to be quite enamored, if you cannot see, with Zoran. He even said, "Oh yeah, you can call me a fascist, it's fine," and then patted him on the arm. What the hell? Like, this is actually insane. All you need to be with Trump is charismatic and good looking, and he'll look at you like that. Like, obviously, Trump is not now a Marxist or a socialist or anything like that. But the fact that he's just so like, oh, he's great. Oh, he's great. Oh, I'll stick up for you. What the hell? Like, it's genuinely hilarious, but also a little bit unsettling. Yeah. It's crazy that Trump has shown more support for Zoran Mamdani than, like, establishment Democrats are. Like, that's fucking mental.
The focus on making the city more affordable for all New Yorkers.
Isn't this guy just handsome? You think he's handsome? You think he's handsome, right?
I don't know.
Nah, you do it. If you don't, you need to start. We have a lot of similar ideas. He also has a lot of separate ideas that I'm really considering adopting.
Shouldn't you have taken the train, Mr. Mamdani? Well,
first of all, I don't like your tone. Trains are slow. Does he look like he travels slowly?
No.
He doesn't. He travels fast. He travels the fastest.
Okay.
Get the hell out of here. Say cheese! Ah, you look so good now, bro. I gotta show you this. Because now I'm going to the halal cart. I told the guy, give me whatever Mamdani gets. He says Mamdani's never been here before. I said, okay. Well, give me whatever you think he gets.
the question was, what do you think about his tax plan?
Zoran Mamdani.
Mr. Mamdani, do you think Trump's a fascist?
No, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Yes, he does, and I'm cool with that.
Yes, I do.
I love how you're not really smiling at any of them. It's all very affordable food. I can't believe I was trying to take this away from people.
We are talking about taxes.
We're talking about Zoran Mamdani.
What do you think about all your friends saying racist, terrible things about him?
Yeah, I guess they're all dumb as shit.
Would you meet with Mr. Mamdani again?
It's already in my calendar. The next 2 meetings are in my calendar. Should we make it 3? Let's make it 3. What are you doing for dinner? Zoran Mamdani.
Donald Trump, 100% at this meeting, was impressed by Mamdani, supports Mamdani, and actually has a little bit of a crush on Mamdani. Like, it's blaringly obvious. And what's so funny is how many Democrats and Republicans in office are pissed off at this. All the Republicans, because their entire campaigns were going to be run off of socialism is taking over the Democratic Party. They were going to run on that. They're going to run on that. But then you got the centrist Democrats that are like, oh, no, Zoran's our enemy too. I'm going to tell you what happened. Zoran talks to people with such intelligence and respect, and he makes sure that you are connecting with him, and he is connecting with you no matter how brief the exchange. And that is what he did with Donald Trump. And it's always very authentic. And where Zoran comes from is such an honest place to help all Americans that Donald Trump bought the whole thing. He bought the whole thing because it fucking makes sense. Now, who knows what Trump is going to say after this when he's already getting clobbered on social media. He's getting clobbered. But I can tell you, the establishment Democrats and all the MAGA Republicans hate Donald Trump right now. They can't see straight. That's, by the way, how quickly Trump will, like, throw his his MAGA counterparts in Congress under the bus. He's not even thinking about them when he worships Zoran.
I'm sorry, but no orange tan and a nicer outfit?
I may be a day late on this, but what on earth did Zoran do to him? Why is he dressed like that? You know, after Trump meets Zoran for the first time and after months of threatening to either defund him or literally deport him, suddenly decides that actually he loves Zoran more than he loves his own children. Then rocks up to the press conference afterwards, dressed like some kind of sociology professor. First instinct was, oh no, Trump is going to steal the moon. Why is he wearing all of that? I'm not trying to make a big deal over nothing, but obviously everyone freaked out about Obama wearing a tan suit, and this just looks so odd. We've never seen Trump wear anything other than a suit, a tuxedo, or the white clothes that he wears to go golfing in. Why does he look like he's joined the First Order? It's giving the same energy as that one fit that Peter Griffin wore in that episode where he became smart for a week. Like, that is a conscious decision. That's not like a random choice. He knows that everyone is expecting him to wear a certain thing. So what exactly is he trying to communicate? Trying to say, like, sure, I'm a fascist who's heading up the most white supremacist government in the last century, but I go and see a play every now and then. Go to book club. Work on my laptop in an upmarket bistro cafe. It's just weird. No amount of Lego Batman tuxedo dress-up party is going to distract from the Epstein files, but it is interesting as well.
I feel like anyone who did not anticipate Trump reacting to Zoran the way that he did does not understand Trump at all and doesn't understand why he is the way that he is. I predicted on election night that Trump would be enamored with Zoran Mamdani, and of course he is. Trump, more than anything, respects strength and showmanship. He loves a charismatic politician who is a strong man. A while ago, one of my mutuals said Trump would actually be incredibly easy to stymie or slow down if we actually had a political party interested in doing that. And this only adds evidence to that case. The Democrats preemptively give up the fight, so of course Donald Trump is just able to steamroll over them. And when he is met with someone who does not tolerate that level of pushing, he will relent. It also goes to prove that people like Van Jones, who thought that Zoran Mamdani's speech when he won the election was too divisive, truly do not understand what swing voters in this country want. They're not looking for people who will handhold them to the ideological middle. They are looking for people who exist on the political outside and are willing to speak to the actual issues that people face and point to the people who are responsible for those issues. The way to appeal to someone who is attracted to Trump's populism is to put up another populist figure. This is why Zoran did so well in areas that swung the hardest to Trump, because apparently if Trump still lived in New York, he himself would be a Trump Mamdani voter. These centrist Democrats are going to continue to act baffled because even though the lesson is right in front of their faces, their paycheck depends on them not learning it. So,
Donald Trump having a big, fat crush on Zoran Mamdani is honestly the most relatable thing he's ever done. And I can't fault him for that. This man was giggling and kicking his feet under that Resolute desk, which is pretty innocent, considering some of the other things that desk has witnessed. He has never in his life looked at Melania like this, or any woman for that matter. The only person who has maybe seen this look is Bubba, perhaps peering at him from underneath that Resolute desk. And one thing about Trump is that he's a pick-me, and he's willing to throw anyone under the bus if it'll make him look good in front of his crush. Today was a movie for Donald Trump, truly, and he's already posted the pictures as evidence. This is what I would have done in the 7th grade if I got a picture with my crush at the football game. As we speak, Trump is going over their conversation in his head again and again while writing Donald Mamdani on his notebook, and he's listening to Enchanted by Taylor Swift 36 times in a row.
Listen, I don't want to play into any sort of racism about us being snake charmers, but
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about.
come on.
Okay.
You know, it makes so much sense now that Zoran Mamdani is a Libra, because if anyone can make someone fall in love, it's a Libra. And we can obviously see that Trump is smitten with his Libra ways.
Trump's response to Zoran Mamdani is fascinating to me because it's pretty clear in my eyes that he really admires the guy. You might not like him, but he does view him as a worthy adversary in a way that he simply doesn't for other Democrats. And as I'm looking at these clips from Zoran's visit to the White House today, that is just really shining through. At one point, a reporter asks Zoran, you've called Trump a fascist. Standing here next to him, do you still believe that? And Trump interjects, kind of giggling, being like, you can tell him yes. You can tell him you think I'm a fascist, if that's easiest, if that's okay.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about.
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
He then went on to say that he would feel safe in Mamdani's New York and that he feels very confident that Zoran will do a good job, which is a warmer embrace than he's gotten from members of the Democratic Party. Trump has always been very theatrical and always been one to make some good reality TV. So I imagine in his brain, he's viewing Zoran as an exciting adversary, a heel, if you will, in this new season of Trump's America. Without a doubt, there will be many confrontations between the Trump administration and the Mamdani administration in the coming years. And I'm curious to see how this dynamic will continue to play out between them. What, if any, successes Mamdani can extract from the Trump administration, and if any Democrats learn any lessons from that.
I personally don't understand how people are surprised that Donald Trump likes Zoran Mamdani, because in my mind, that's the most obvious thing in the world. I could have seen that coming. In simple terms, this is just a political version of game recognized game. The average person doesn't seem to understand the unspoken connection that winners have amongst each other. If you're a winner yourself, you understand how hard being a winner is. You understand how much work and effort and sacrifice and time and resources it actually takes to achieve something. The art of winning is self-destruction and sacrifice multiplied by resistance, all wrapped up in the humiliation ritual. So even when the person is your adversary, even when the person is your opposition, you can't help but appreciate how much work it took them to win, even when it's over you. Especially in the context of this one, Trump and Zoran. Trump not only understands how much resistance Zoran had to face to become mayor of New York, because he's the one that actually created a lot of that resistance, but Trump himself is also a New Yorker. People keep forgetting that. Trump grew up in New York and has been a giant real estate mogul in that city for decades. Do you know what it takes to be good at real estate anywhere? First of all, you have to be very familiar with that place, not just the actual geography. The people in it. Trump has had to make attractive real estate offers for the people of New York. He knows them like the palm of his hand. He also understands how much effort it takes to convince New Yorkers of anything, much less to vote for someone. Of course, he's impressed by Zoran Mamdani and his ability to not only do what he did and become mayor of New York, but to face all the resistance that Trump and his party himself threw at him. Only low-functioning people get caught up in the emotionality of politics. The highest levels of this shit, game has always recognized game.
You know, the internet really has no chill, right? The moment that clip dropped, Trump sitting there grinning like a teenager, staring at their crush in a math class, people said, yeah, this man is in love, right? But the funny thing, the reactions didn't come out of nowhere, because Trump wasn't just smiling, he was beaming, right? He was praising Zoran Mamdani like he personally raised him, right? Talking about how much faith he has in his leadership, you know, how impressed he is. Like, sir, blink twice if you're smitten, right? But to be fair, and this is where some people pull back, right? Others are saying, nah, don't push it. That is not a crush. That is just Trump being Trump. Because if there's one thing we do know about him, it's that he loves aligning himself with anyone that he thinks is winning, right? Success, power, popularity, he gravitates toward it like a moth to a ring light, right? So now the internet is basically divided. Half are convinced that we just witnessed presidential puppy love, right? And the other half thinks this is just a classic Trump behavior, you know, attaching himself to whatever momentum he sees. But either way, the clip is hilarious. The memes are undefeated, and it really shows you how fast political moments turn into full-on love story fan fiction online, right? But again, everything in this video is alleged, nothing is proven, and it's all just based on public reactions, jokes, and commentary. Thank you so much for watching though. Credit goes to all original creators. And yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, I'll see you on my next one.